The UBI system, if you don't know, is the Universal Basic Income System, and we know that this is going to be a factor in the Antichrist one world economy that's coming. We know that this is going to be a part of it, and because of your social credit score and how this is going to work, it's going to determine how much you get based on that. So if you're doing things that are good for your carbon footprint, that are good for the climate, if you're playing along with what they want you to do in their agenda, they won't dock you your UBI payment. But what they're going to do is, if you don't play along with their game, they can start, they're probably going to start small and start reducing your UBI. And then there's going to be the big one where they just shut your money off completely. That's kind of what we're seeing in China right now. I know everybody has, the idea of how China's systems work, but I'm diving much deeper into it because I want to know more about the workings of it. So in a future episode, if we're still here, Lord willing, please God, get us out of here. Please get us out. But in a future episode, I'll probably dig a little deeper into what's going on with China and their situation, just to see, how it could be affecting these things that they're running in the U.S., Europe, Australia, and all that stuff. But we know that's going to be playing a part with UBI system, Universal Basic Income. Now we've got Rishi Sunak here, is looking into a UBI system for all of Britain. He's looking into the system for all of Britain. Along with that, there's been over 300 MPs, councillors, academics, and mayors who have signed an open letter pushing for Sunak to put in a UBI system. This letter, the open letter, which anybody can go in and sign, this is just 300 of people who have positions and titles in the government over there. But anybody can sign for it, and the letter can be found on UBI Labs Network. It's a website. UBI Labs is also connected to the Fourth Industrial Revolution and is also connected to the WEF, the World Economic Forum. So that doesn't surprise me at all. You've got WEF boy Sunak, you've got him putting in the agenda, you've got the UBI system that the WEF has been pushing for years. They continue to put out articles and all this stuff to do it. And now we've got an open letter from many people in the UK government pushing for Sunak to put a UBI system in for the Brits. With serious energy and cost of living crisis happening, this is what the letter is saying, because of the energy and cost of living crises happening, poverty and inequality, there's the social justice aspect, poverty and inequality are threatening the quote-unquote very foundations of the United Kingdom. They are using the energy, climate, and social justice agendas, everything that we've been seeing getting pushed everywhere, to bring in, they want to use those agendas to bring in the UBI system. Now remember, they've basically tested this thing worldwide because when the COOF lockdowns happened, almost every country out there did a stimulus check for everybody, for all the people. They were testing a UBI system. That's what that was. The COOF lockdowns, the whole thing is bringing in a lot of stuff. It's bringing in a lot of stuff. And one that isn't quite talked about very often was the UBI system that they were testing globally. I mean, they had this stuff going all in Europe. They had it going in Australia. They had it going in New Zealand. They had it going in Japan. They had it going in the United States and Canada. All of these countries out there, they were testing a UBI system when this happened, these stimulus checks. So they were working on it. They were trying to figure out or seeing how people reacted. They were trying to get the systems in place. They were trying to get all the information that they needed to do it. If that's not enough, you've got the Welsh government who's already on a trial run. They're doing 500 fresh 18-year-olds. So as soon as they turned 18, they were put in this plan, this UBI trial system, and they're going to be given £1,600 every month for 2 years. Doesn't matter if they're working or not. They're going to get the £1,600 per month. This trial program that they're going to do will begin in April of 2023, and you will have a year-long window to sign up for it. It's going to be 500 of them that they're going to be doing. Basically, the Welsh government with this program, they're claiming that because of the robot takeover, the takeover of AI and all this stuff, it's going to be costing people jobs. And so they need to prepare for when the robots take over, the computers take over, and now they're getting the UBI system going. So they've already got that going and they're testing that. Along with that, these 518-year-olds will receive financial well-being training. That's what they're calling it. Financial well-being training. And they said it's going to be there to build confidence. It's the wussification. It's the you can't survive on your own, so let Big Daddy government come and take care of you. That's what they're doing with this. So they're already testing it there. Going back to the letter, the UBI Labs letter here, also admits that after the lockdowns, this is the second time in 3 years that they need to pay citizens to avoid critical disaster because of the cost of living, the energy stuff now, and then the lockdowns. Sorry for hitting my mic. And the lockdowns then. This is the second time 3 years that the economy is getting crushed, and so they need to do this. So they're crushing their own economy to bring in the UBI system that they've been wanting for years. You have to destroy what's already there to bring in the new. That's how it works. This is the plan. Great reset, climate, COOF lockdowns, the war, the sanctions, all of that stuff coming together to crush the foundations that's already there so they can build up the new, the Antichrist beast system. That's what they want to do. These things have created doors for them to bring it in. Because as we know that, we strongly believe, at this point, we know the Antichrist is behind the scenes. We're not going to know who he is and all that stuff, but we know he's already behind the scenes. But these systems that he's going to need, these systems, they're being built now. They're being built now. So when he comes in, all he's got to do is just flip on the switch and turn it on. So that's what we're watching now. It's all controlled demolition. Now, it's not just the UK. It's being tested elsewhere as well. March of 2022, so March of this year, Ireland issued a €250 UBI system for artists. I think it's musical and like painting and drawing and whatnot. So for artists, because basically their business got shut down, all of the artistry got shut down for things, they introduced this UBI system to help support the artists. Many wanted it extended to all of Ireland, not just the artists. And then 5 months later, after they initially started this, the pay was bumped up to €350, and it hit a tally of 2,000 artists who were getting paid monthly by the government to either do nothing or continue to work. There's this UBI system. They continue to say it doesn't matter if you're working or not, you're still going to get the money. So they were doing that. And then famous Irish economist David McWilliams, a lot of people don't know his name, but he's very big over in Ireland. David McWilliams, he led the charge for promoting this UBI system. David McWilliams, I'm sure you all have guessed it by now, he is a WEF young global leader, and he is also graduated to a full member status of the WEF. So he's fully on with that. Doesn't surprise there. He also had a podcast recently where he was talking about the inflation stuff, and the podcast was actually titled Build Back Better. That's right. That's not just a Biden thing. That is a global elite thing. You will find that in a lot of different places and a lot of different areas out there. It's one of those code names. When you see that, you know that's a part of it. So yeah, what Biden's doing, which he's not in control of anything. He's just a dementia puppet out there. The people controlling Biden, they're the ones doing the Build Back Better stuff. But that's a WEF thing. That's a WEF thing. Then you've got Tony Blair. It's quite, if you pay any attention to stuff, you know Tony Blair's on top of all this stuff. Has also called for a UBI system he's like one of the first that put these two together, but Tony Blair has called for a UBI system using the CBDC network. the central bank digital currency network. We know the UBI system is going to be involved with the central bank digital currency. We know it. Well, he's the one that put it out there for the public to see and to pay attention. So he's called for it. Then the WEF in 2021 posted a video about a test run in Stockton, California. So I mean, we're going from Europe, to Ireland. Now we're in the United States, and they posted a video talking about how they ran a UBI system in Stockton. Let's see here. Where's that? All right, check it out. Here it is. Doesn't that sound pleasant? Yeah, definitely sounds pleasant. So as you can see, not only was it Stockton, but then we've also seen that Finland ran their own thing. Now on the video, they talked about how it was a massive success for the people. But Finland also ran the 2-year pilot UBI system, which Business Insider said was a flop. But then they put the asterisk next to it and said, expert says it because the test was flawed. So they're not putting it on the UBI system itself as a problem. They're putting it as the test that they ran was flawed, not the system itself. So yeah, they always got to try and bump it up that way. But as you can tell, the WEF is pushing for this. They're sprucing it up. They're putting the sugar and cherry on top to try and make it sound good. So, I mean, they're testing this stuff all over the place. They're doing all that. But then we start getting into some of the people who are supporting this. We've got Elon Musk, which I just talked about in the video. If you haven't checked it out, it's a Rumble exclusive. Go and check it out on my Rumble channel. Elon Musk, the conservative hero, truth about the conservative hero. But I talked about it on there. But Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg both also support a UBI system and have called for it. They want it implemented. So Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, they're doing it. Then you look at Sam Altman. Many people don't know who this guy is. He is a very, very, very bad person. Sam Altman, who co-founded OpenAI with Elon Musk, has also shared the same sentiment as Musk and Zuckerberg on this. Altman has been quoted saying, and this is his quote, Altman envisions a world where, my handwriting, I apologize. Altman envisions a world wherein he and his AI CEO peers become so immensely powerful that they run every non-AI company out of business and every American worker to unemployment. So powerful that a percentage of OpenAI's income could bankroll UBI for every citizen of America. That is the dude who is business partner with Elon Musk. Yeah, just more and more about this. Basically what that is, he's talking about basically his AI CEO guys coming in, putting all of those other companies out of business, making everybody out of unemployment, and then everybody dependent upon them for money. That's your neo-feudalistic technocracy. That is the government that I've been trying to tell people. Everybody's saying, oh, communism, oh, socialism. That stuff's going to be a birthday party compared to what they're trying to set up, which is that neo-feudalistic technocracy. They want the elite of the elite and everybody else peasants, and they want to control you through technology. That's what they're doing, and that's exactly what Altman here is calling for. Others who have also promoted the UBI system, I apologize for mispronouncing names. Pierre Omidyar, he is the founder of eBay. He is called for a UBI system. Andrew Ning, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's NG. Andrew Ning, that's the best I got. He's the co-founder of Google Brain. He's called for a UBI system. Bill Gross, who is an investor and the co-founder of PIMC. It is a huge private investment company. And he's worth 1.6 billion. He is called for a UBI system. And then Ray Kurzweil, he's an inventor and a futurist. He has actually written books based on artificial intelligence, transhumanism, and futurism. He wants all of that as well. Then, of course, you even have Pope Francis in April of 2020, who has called and promoted for a UBI system as well. So you got Zuckerberg, Musk, Altman, Omdiar, Ning, and Gross, who are all WEF Young Global Leaders and or members. They're all in the WEF as well. And then you've got Kurzweil, his business partner, Peter Diamandis, I'm not sure, is also a WEF member as well. All of these guys are connected to the WEF. All of these guys are huge on technology or anything involving with that stuff. They're all super rich, the elite of the elite, and they're all calling for a UBI system to go with it. So increasing energy crisis, rise of AI, dropping employment, the collapse of employment and climate are all leading the UBI ship. And you will find that all of those things are part of the WEF Agenda 2030. It's all a part of it. So they're using that agenda, which they put out for everybody to see, but nobody wants to hear about it because they continue to think it's a conspiracy theory. And all of those agendas are all pushing towards what we firmly believe is going to be what we strongly believe is going to be the Antichrist beast system, one world economy, and all of that, mark of the beast, everything. It's all going to be intertwined together.